back here at Benzinga's Cannabis Capital Conference in Chicago, and I'm joined by my man Aaron Nospish, the CEO and founder of BRÄZ. Great to see you, my man.
Thank you, man. I'm glad to be here.
So first off, before we get anything going, we got the BRÄZ here. You left it for our previous clients. People have been drinking it, enjoying it. This is an exciting time to be part of BRÄZ, isn't it?
It's been very exciting, man. The whole thing grew really, really quickly. Like, we launched it actually 17 months ago at Benzinga, Miami. Just 200 cans, passing it out to people, getting
so you're saying it's the Benzinga effect?
I think so. I mean, it's definitely been a key part of it. And now it's the world's largest cannabis beverage in 17 months. So it's really blown up. We went from 200 cans here at this event to now we're shipping something like 150,000 cans a week. So it's crazy.
What do you think is propelling that? Because you and I were talking about how it's fascinating that all of a sudden you're seeing the microdose mushroom beverages, you're seeing the cannabis beverages, and they're becoming just virally popular everywhere. I'm from Michigan. I see them all over the place. What do you think is powering that, besides the great people at BRÄZ?
Yeah, well, honestly, I think people have had this desire for access to products like this for a long time, and there hasn't really been a medium that has been properly built for mainstream. The thing about smoking is, as enjoyable as it is with other cannabis smokers, it can be offensive to non-cannabis smokers, and the smell can be a little much. It can be hard on your lungs. Edibles are fun, but you kind of pop an edible, you wait 30 to 60 minutes, it hits you, and you ride that for 4 to 6 hours. So those don't really, they're not that conducive to social, recreational environments like alcohol. Alcohol, you have a beer and you feel it, and quickly, in a few minutes, it goes away in about an hour. And I think that's why the medium of beverage has really kind of changed the game here, is because now we can meet culture where it's at and provide them an alternative compound in the process. And I think people are very receptive to that. I think that mixed with kind of our marketing techniques, our advertising, I think that's all led to a lot of awareness and a lot of adoption very quickly, and really a fast-acting, short-lasting effect as well. Like the thing about BRÄZ and other beverages in the space of the hemp-derived THC movement, you feel them quickly and then they go away quickly.
Right.
And that's critical to connect with other people.
And that's a great point you bring out there, because I think there are people, even someone like me that's not as familiar with the beverages, has obviously learned a lot more about it, that don't know how long it's going to take to affect you and how long that effect will take. I think the way you guys have been brilliant in your marketing, because you want to get that message out there. Have you found that special sauce you guys have where you're figuring out the best way to teach people about that? How have you guys been able to do that so seemingly flawlessly?
I appreciate that. It's been anything but flawless, but I appreciate that. No, we like to say that feeling is understanding. So a lot of it has to do with if we can get people to be willing to try it, which is tough because a lot of people have had bad edible experiences, and so they've had an edible where they felt like they were dying and called 911. They're hesitant to try THC again. So we try to educate people and share that this is not like an edible. This is not like smoking. It's going to be subtle. It's going to be light. You're going to be able to feel it comparable to a beer, and you can stack it just like alcohol. And I also express to people, it's like you don't get drunk off one beer. You feel it, but you're not overwhelmed by it. And that's the same thing with BRÄZ and our products. So I think that plus the social proof of a lot of other people trying it, good explanation, good marketing, good material that kind of communicates that clear addressing of their points, like, am I going to be anxious and paranoid? Am I going to be overwhelmed? Am I going to be able to function? And so having those direct and clear communication. And then, what's nice about beverages, it's so familiar that it doesn't have this there's less of a obstacle to entry. Like people are willing, a barrier to entry. People are willing to try a sip or a few sips, and then when they don't really get overwhelmed by it, they're willing to finish a whole can. And then they know, that this isn't what they thought it was. In fact, this is something really exciting that they might have been wanting for a while. And that's when they become lifelong BRÄZ customers.
And the cans look beautiful. I mean, fantastic stuff. So when you look at the future, year out, couple years out, obviously you're in a great spot right now and you're really making a difference. #1 cannabis beverage company. Congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
What's the future for BRÄZ that you see, the mission going forward with?
I think that BRÄZ is going to get really big. I think this whole category is going to get really big. It's going to start with cannabis beverages or hemp beverages for now, due to their legal ability to scale so effectively in mainstream culture. I think ultimately it's not going to be so much hemp or cannabis. It's going to be function in general.
Right.
People are going to be looking to find better ways to feel good and to choose the way they want to feel. And so they're going to go to different beverages that promise different solutions through a host of adaptogens and herbs. And cannabis is just a really powerful and brilliant brilliant one that has so many therapeutic purposes. So I think in probably a few short years, some of the biggest beverage companies and the fastest growing beverage companies in the world will be cannabis beverages or functional beverage adjacent. And I think that that's going to redefine everything that we know about cannabis fundamentally, because it's, one of the quotes I really like is, the future is obvious but unexpected. And I think that that's kind of what we're all experiencing with the beverage scene.
I think Aaron Dospich said that, right? Is that a direct
Maybe.
quote? Very exciting times. It's a true pleasure talking to you.
Likewise.
Very excited about the future with you guys, so thanks so much for stopping by. Aaron Dospich, the CEO and founder of BRĒZ. Great times ahead, my friend.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.